How's Willian?
Probably is going to be involved. He's going to be involved in the match. Trained last few days with us, and the reaction is being good from him. We are going to assess him. We just finished the session to assess him and have to take decisions from the game. But probably we are going to see him there.
How much have you missed him?
He's a really important player for us. We don't like to find or to go in direction to. And if you miss one or two players there, is something can come wrong for us. I don't like to go in this direction really. But if you ask me if you miss a player like Willian, yes, I think any team in this league, even at this age, if you have him, you are stronger than to don't have him. It's clear for me. Even if you already won games without him, without other important players, it's true that you have been reacting really well as a team when you didn't have key players. And for us, we had a really tough December, January month as well, and we did react well. The last game was not because we didn't have Willian that we lost against Liverpool, but of course with Willian there we are stronger, no doubts about it.
You mentioned his age. He's defying his years this season, isn't he?
Doesn't look that he is at 35, 36, 35 I think. Even I don't know really the age because it's not important for me. What is important is the way he's playing, the way he's training as well, the way he's almost always ready to improve something. He's a really important piece in our football club right now. The last season he was, this season as well, on the pitch, off the pitch, the way he's serious in his job, I think make the others to understand that even with a career that you can have better clubs or not, and he has had an exceptional career. He's always there, he's always professional, he's always trying to help the team and himself to be better.
His contract's up in the summer. Would you like him to do another season?
Yes, I already told you the last few weeks here that everything what depends from me, I'll do my best to keep him in our football club.
No development on that?
No, till now, no. We are going to have a conversation at the end of the season. It's something that I've been speaking with him, and we did last season the same. Last season, the end of the season, we sat together and we had a conversation. I think it's important for him, and he wanted to do the same this season again. He wants to analyse the season. We are going to do it together, and of course, after it's up to him to take the decision.
4 games left. What's the target? Is it top half finish?
No, the target is clear to fight for the 12 points. They are there. If you ask me if you want to climb on the table, 100% sure we want. But we just can do it if you collect points and if you add points, for us. And the next one is going to be there against Palace, a team in a good moment. And you are playing at Cottagers, and we want to be at our best level because we know even if they are in a very good moment, as in our best level is going to be really difficult for them. And the aim is clear to reach certain type of standards that normally we have at home. Last game we had during the first half, second half not at our best, and we want to get that consistent and that standards that we reach first half against Liverpool, for example.
A European place looks beyond you now. How close do you feel the club is to really pushing for those European qualifications?
We are doing our best to push always to be better, to push always to get points, to push to be as high as you can in the table. But at the same time, what type of quality you are competing, the quality they have, the capacity they have on the pitch and off the pitch, and you can see sometimes if you compare the things, is a big difference in terms of many things that in terms of preparation, the way they can go and can be strong or not in the market, comparing with us and all that stuff. But of course, inside the pitch is not the budget or the market that's going to win. They are the teams, and of course, we want to compete as best as you can, and of course, to try to keep giving this club the possibility to keep growing. And of course, it's something that we have been doing the last almost 3 seasons, and we want to keep doing this season still, and of course for the next season if you can.
And last one from me, Crystal Palace. They seem to have turned a corner. 3 very big wins for them. What have you seen change in recent weeks under Glasner?
Okay, first thing, of course, when you have with changing manager, of course, you have a reaction there. I think is normal. Sometimes after the things they get consistent or not, but the reaction normally is there. Is what's happened. Of course, huge respect for Roy. Everything what he has done in that football club. Someone that I really really kind to know and to keep connection with him. Of course, come a new manager and the reaction was there. I think one of the main things, of course, I don't know the job that he's doing. You can see the results, you can see the performance as well. He's always a big help when you have some key players recovering from injuries as well. You can see, of course, Palace, no doubts, they are much stronger if they have Eze and Olise in a very good level, and IU in a very good level as well. And now they have these players around, and they have a striker in a very good form too. That is Mateta in a very good form too. And when you have two young lads, but already with some experience like Eze and Olise at their top level, they are players that they can make difference against any team in this competition, because in my opinion they are really two top players. It's up to us now to, as I said before, we have to reach our standards. We have to be at our best level, because it's going to be tough for them as well. But yes, they are in a good moment. When you win 3 in a row in Premier League, the way they did it is a very good sign. Just means that they have been solid, they have been compact. Same time, they have been showing the quality to score goals, and it's going to be a very good challenge for us.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Just talking about Oliver Glasner there, you said you get a reaction when a new manager comes in, but how difficult is it coming at the stage that he was with the club in a difficult spell? Are you impressed by how quickly things have changed? Not just the manager reaction, because you might get that for 1 or 2 games, but they've won their last 3, and the football seems to be much
Yes,
better.
because that I said, this reaction normal, the straight reaction happened, but after this, to get consistent in that reaction and to start to get better. And of course, we right now you can see them to get better and better. Of course, the impact from him was really good in the squad, in the club. Even if you are not inside, you can see from outside that is clear. The confidence around the team, you can see that is there. The way they play, the way they react for some moments of the game. And yes, very good reaction. They get consistent in terms of performance and results as well. And the impact from the manager is being clear for me and is there.
And you mentioned, of course, Eze and Olise are coming back from injury and have made a difference. Is it a case, do you feel if you can stop those two, then you can stop Palace?
No, I think we have to look for ourselves, really. We have to look for ourselves, what we can do. We have a way to play, we have a way to approach the games, and we normally don't change because we play against the team A, B, C, or D, or against the player A, B, C, or D. Is the way we prepare ourselves to do it. Of course, we are aware the threat they are in certain areas of the pitch, certain players as well. For me, Palace is much more his value is as a collective, of course, but they have key players that you have to control in certain moments of the game. Yes.
You mentioned there 12 points to play for. The incentive for you is to win as many of those points as possible. Is there also an added incentive that there's that Palace are only a few points behind you? Does that add something to this fixture?
Probably yes. In our idea, we are not looking to the table. We look yes for the 3 points that they are there for us to fight for. We know that if you get the 3 points, you are going to be or in the same or higher on the table. Is what we want at the end of the tomorrow's day, and we are going to fight for it for sure. Many clubs that are around. Of course, Palace with the last wins come out a bit closer from not just from us, all the teams around. We are closer from the teams around us as well. And of course, you want to add points for us to collect points because we want to go higher on the table. Yeah.
If you get all 12 points, you can still beat what you managed last season. How do you measure this season against last season in terms of position in the table or points, or can you make those sorts of comparisons season to season?
We can do it in the end of the season, but right now I have been saying, and I know that the results they speak more louder than the other things as well. I said that we are much more in a better position right now than last season in this moment. I'm not talking about the table because last season, okay, you are now 12-13. We have been last season, most of the times we are there around 10 or 9 position on the table. But for me, sometimes not just the position on the table, how we can see the club growing, the consistency of the team as well. Of course, after the last international break, when we were in a very good position and the results, they were really good. Of course, we dropped a little bit in terms of getting results. It's been more difficult for us to reach that level that we reached before the international break. But we are in a good position. The comparison can come in the end of the season is being more clear for us, but we have to be, all of us, the fans, really pleased with the season again. The way we did it, I remember all the noise last summer that what is going to happen in this football club without his main goal scorer. When we have to sell our main goal scorer, and we are not able to sign or to buy different type of striker. I remember what everybody was saying in that moment. We are able to build again something important. We are able to put two of our three strikers in a very good position, like we did with Raul. Raul was not scoring a goal for the. And 15 months before that in Premier League, the position that is right now, Rodrigo Muniz, we were able to build again, not spending money to build with players that we had inside our football club. Okay, is our reality. I'm really pleased the way we are able to turn it around and to go in a direction that we wanted to be. And because that I'm saying that this season is being probably more impressive than the last one, because last one no one expected from ourselves. Probably we surprised some people this season. Everyone expected us to be in trouble because what's happened last summer, not just because the striker that we sold, all the noise around, players wanted to leave and all that stuff. We were able to build again a strong side to compete at this level, and we have to be pleased. But much more for games to play. We have to fight for the points. In the end of the season, we are going to analyse deeply the season.
And this is the second season in a row that Fulham have been comfortable in the Premier League. Prior to that, they'd either been going for promotion or fighting relegation. What does it mean for the club to have those 2 seasons of real stability in terms of looking forward? You've had a couple of seasons where you haven't been worried about where you're going to be the following seasons.
I wasn't here in all these seasons. I cannot tell you what was the feeling. What I can tell you that is a massive change in this football club, massive one. Last season was more than crucial. I think was almost an obligation, and when I use this word, probably it's too hard. The club has to stay in Premier League last season for everything what means, but more in financial point of view, was probably one of the crucial seasons for this football club the last 10, 20 years. And this season, of course, after a great season for us, I start to listen other things about the second season syndrome and all that stuff, and that noise that I spoke to you about last summer. I think is a season for us to get definitely the recognition as a Premier League club, and I think is where this club belongs. Of course, we have to do our best to keep improving. Cannot stand still, because if you think that you can still stand still one year, you are going to be in trouble. You have to be always aimed for more and to improve. But as I said, massive change in this football club. On the pitch, of course, all of you can see, but off the pitch as well. I'm not talking about commitment, because I really believe that all the other season the commitment was always here, because we are talking about professional players and professional staffs as well. But about the togetherness, about the quality, about the commitment of the pitch, I'm 100% sure that you are in the right direction, and of course because that you are getting the good results on the pitch too.
Just finally from me, as we come to the last few games of the season, you had 3 defeats in the last 4 matches. Is it at this stage, when you know that you're safe and you're comfortable, is it a matter of just making sure the players are motivated for these last 4 games?
Yes, I have to say yes. I say that, I'm repeating it several times as well, that no chance for us to don't be, because not space for complacency in our football club, with no chance for it. But sometimes we have to go really deep inside the football players to make them to understand how is important that we cannot switch off 1 second at level that we are, because the other teams, if they are comfortable or not as well, they want to win football matches, and you have to be at the same level, and the motivation is there. I know it was a good week of work again this week for us to prepare, and let's hope tomorrow you can be at and you can reach certain standards that they have been crucial for us to achieve results this season. Thank you.
Had you seen much of Glasner before? What are the sort of things he does from a tactical standpoint?
Of course, we are all football people, and of course we follow as more as you can, and we try to be aware of everything. Of course, it's not the first time that I saw him. Of course, some years already in Bundesliga, and of course you follow the competitions and you know what type of manager he is. Of course, now deeply we know, because we are going to face him. We are going to have a match against his side, and of course we are aware of everything. And of course, I have to say that impact is being really good in Palace.
You said so many times how much respect you have for Hodgson. Was that a sad one to see him go? Did you reach out to him?
Okay, it was a moment. Of course, in that moment I had a shot, just my my really preoccupation, I think that was important for me if he was feeling well and if everything was okay with him. Since he told me that, I was really pleased for it, and of course in the future I hope I can see him again and to have the contact with him.
Mateta's in great form. He's playing with confidence, much like Muniz is. How important is that confidence? How impressed have you been watching him as well?
Yes, he's in a very good form. You can see the way he's, not because he's scoring, but of course it's the main thing for a striker, but the way he's playing, you can see the way he's linking with the two players in front of him, with the midfielders as well, the connection that he get. Always a player that they can go a little bit more direct, can be the player to hold well the ball and after to link their game. He's been crucial for them in many aspects of the game, and when he's confident, he can make an impact always, like all the strikers at the level that we are playing.
Those bigger strikers, are they more difficult to prepare for?
They are different. If you have another one that is really mobile, they are specific in certain things and they are strong in certain things. When you have more a 9 there, a little bit more a big man there, but with the quality to all technical point of view is good too. I think is different challenge, but is a challenge too.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Hi, Emma.
Marco, 3 defeats in the last 4, as we were saying, 2 of those at home. I'm guessing that's not something that pleases you at all.
No. You have to look for the games. I don't look just for the results. I prefer to look for the games, and these 2 defeats that we are talking about. 2 very good first halves. Against Newcastle, for example, we deserve much more from the game. If someone has to win that game, was ourselves. The way we performed, the way we played. Clear that first half was more than enough for us to be winning 2-0 at least at half time, and to win that game like we won the others before against Tottenham and against Brighton at home. That game was going in the same direction, but again, it's Premier League, and if you don't score, at least you cannot consider to don't lose matches. And the other game was against Liverpool, that we compete at very good level again, and we lost the game. I think it's not. I'm not pleased with the results, but cannot be something dramatic to lose against Liverpool at home. I think, but we never know.
Yeah, but you want to give the fans something to cheer about. Only 2 more home games.
And we are giving them all the season, not just 2 games. Sorry to tell you, but we are giving them all the season, and they have to be really proud the way we have been playing and performing, getting results so far this season. Again, I know that when you are performing well and getting results, the people get used for it and want always more. I'm the first one to want more in this football club, but I never take the feet from the ground, never, and I'm really realistic too.
I was looking at reports of the game between Crystal Palace and Fulham in September. It was described as a dull and dreary goalless draw. I'm assuming in September maybe teams are a bit more cautious, a bit more defensive. Do you think in April, when you meet again, there are going to be goals? We're going to get entertained?
I think yes, but if I remember that game, I think we had 2-3 clear chances to score. I think I remember 2 clear ones with Andreas Pereira at least. That was just to tap the ball in the goal after a good delivery from, I think, was Bobby. And you had the chances to score and to win that game. Okay, it was a compact game, you know, the way Roy normal prepare their teams as well, and his teams as well, and the way he's really compact every single time. If it's going to be different or not, I hope that we can win the game is the only thing that I really hope. And if you ask me if I would like to win without considered, yes, I would like to win without considered.
But you've always enjoyed providing entertaining football. So I think
Yes, it's the way. It's not going to change. We did last week first half against Liverpool as well, against a side that is really difficult to do it, and we did it, like we have been doing so far this season again. And of course, if you want to win, if I would like to win the game and giving the fans a good performance, 100% sure, because we have a way to play. We have a process here that, apart from the results, we have a process behind that. You want to see improvements always, at least to keep the same level. And yes, if you keep the same level and if you see improvements, probably go in direction that the performance is going to be good, and comes the entertainment game that normally we give for our fans.
certainly players on both sides.
Yes, because we don't know. I hope that we cannot concede it. I really I hope that we can be able to be solid enough to don't concede goals, because you are going to be closer to win. Normal at home, most of the games you create enough chances to score, but they have the quality, yes, in the attack line to be a threat. But it's up to us really to be at our best level, to make the life difficult for them too.
One player who's had a big influence this season is Andreas Pereira. Apparently he's created more chances for his teammates this season than any Fulham player has done since 2004. And he's created more assists since 2008. He's a player who's become very valuable for you. And I think we obviously saw recently him scoring goals as well. How impressed have you been by what he's done so far and how he's improved?
He made a huge impact in our club, even last season. I have to say, he was one of the. Of course, we had a great season last season, and some new players that they perform at a very good level, like the other players that they were here in Championship with us. Yes, Andreas had a huge impact, but unfortunately for him, he had a bad injury the last month or 2 months of the season when he got a surgery, all that stuff, and the beginning of the season was more difficult for him. And the first months of the season, they were not at the level that we also Andreas played last season. But it's normal when you had a bad injury like he had. But after that, he's become better. Of course, he's being essential for us in certain moments of the game. Of course, he's our main set pieces taker, and of course, many of the assists come from that moment too, and is crucial for us. Nice to see him scoring goals and important goals for us, because we need him to be more decisive. But 100% sure he's a crucial player for us, and we are really pleased to have him with us.
And finally, sorry, on the team news, you're mentioning about Willian, but what about anybody else? How is everybody else?
Until now, seems that everybody is going to be available for the match.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so broadcast section finished. Thank you, Connor.